There's a quiet moment that follows every act of unfairness, every personal injury, every deep cut of disrespect. In that moment, the choice is made. And the common narrative, the one echoed in countless stories, tells us the only respectable choice is to fight back, to even the score, to make them pay. But there is another path, one often mistaken for surrender. It's the path of the person who simply walks away. While society often glorifies payback, the people who walk away from revenge possess a profound psychological strength that most misunderstand. This isn't about being passive. It's about operating from a different set of rules entirely. It's the psychology of stoicism, and it redefines what it truly means to be powerful. Let's explore the core of this mindset. The central insight is this: the decision to forego revenge is, at its heart, the ultimate act of self-preservation. It is a deliberate choice to protect your own inner world. Think about what revenge really demands of you. To plan it, to execute it, you must first live within the hurt. You have to replay the offense, dwell on the person who caused it, and keep the wound fresh and open. You are, in effect, renting space inside your own mind to the very person who wronged you. You are allowing them to direct your thoughts, to fuel your anger, to dictate your next move. They have moved on, perhaps, but you are still there, building a strategy around them. The Stoic perspective asks a simple, piercing question. Why would you hand over the keys to your own peace to someone who has already shown they do not have your best interests at heart? Revenge is often framed as a way to reclaim power, to show that you cannot be pushed around. But this is an illusion. True power isn't demonstrated by your reaction, but by your independence from needing to react. When you are consumed with the idea of payback, your emotional state is tied directly to another person's actions. Your happiness, your sense of closure, becomes dependent on something outside of your control. The person who refuses revenge makes a different calculation. They decide that their peace is more valuable than another person's pain. They reclaim their power by stating inwardly that no one else gets to decide their emotional landscape. Their focus shifts from what was done to them to what they will build for themselves.
This is where the common misunderstanding arises. Walking away looks like weakness from the outside. It looks like you are letting them get away with it. But the internal reality is one of immense fortitude. It takes far more strength to master your own urge for retaliation than it does to give in to it. Anyone can lash out, it's a reflex. It takes a disciplined mind to feel the full force of that impulse and consciously choose to let it pass. This isn't about suppressing anger or pretending you aren't hurt. It is about fully acknowledging the pain and then making a conscious decision not to be corrupted by it. You feel the sting, you recognize the injustice, and then you make the critical choice not to let that injustice define your next chapter. The goal then subtly transforms. It is no longer about winning against someone else. How can you truly win in a conflict that requires you to stay in a state of conflict? The real victory is to exit the game entirely. The real victory is to become so focused on your own path, your own growth, and your own well-being that the noise of the past simply fades. Your life, lived well and fully, becomes the only statement you need to make. This is the heart of the Stoic approach. It recognizes that the greatest harm is often not the initial injury, but the lasting damage we do to ourselves by clinging to it. By releasing the desire for revenge, you are not absolving the other person of their actions. You are absolving yourself of the burden of their actions. You are setting down a heavy weight you were never meant to carry. So, the next time you face that quiet moment after a wrong, consider the true cost of revenge. Not the cost to the other person, but the cost to you. The mental energy, the emotional turmoil, the precious time. The challenge is this. For the next week, when you feel that old familiar pull toward getting even, pause. And in that pause, ask yourself one simple question. Will this action truly bring me peace, or will it just keep me connected to a source of my pain? Make the choice that serves you, not the one that feels most dramatic. True strength is quiet. It's the strength to protect your peace above all else. If this perspective resonates with you, if you see the value in building this kind of inner resilience, then consider what other shifts in thinking could transform your life. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What does walking away from revenge make possible? And if you found this valuable, subscribe for more explorations on mastering your mind.